Phone collection of October 2025. I'm trying to keep this quick. Let's go. iPhone 3G, missing SIM tray, missing power, missing volume. Does work, holds a decent charge. iPhone 4S, gifted from my grandpa. Does work, it's on iOS 6, brand new battery, and it has like 900 million old games on it. LG Fortune, I had to main this for 2 weeks when my phone broke. It's very slow, very laggy, and it's horrible. Don't know how I survived with it. It's developed motherboard issues now, and it's a challenge just to get the damn thing to boot up. Screen's cracked, LCD's cracked, but it does boot, it does work. Sometimes. Oh, there goes my Google Pixel overheating. FPS is reduced, so now y'all gotta deal with 30 FPS. I'm sorry. Flip phone, gifted from my computer science teacher. Does work, nothing extra. It's just an LG phone. Motorola, got from a phone lot. It's mint. It's on Android 14 AOSP. It runs it great. This is honestly a really good phone. I've used this at times, and it's great. Battery life is forever. If I had a choice, I'd obviously made my Pixel. But if I had to choose this as a phone, and this is my only option, I'd be happy to main it. Like, see, it's still at 88%. I haven't charged to this thing in months. But I'll let it turn on, and yeah, it works. It's fine. It's quick. It's snappy. Not that bad of a phone. LG something. I don't remember if this is FRP bypassed or not. Snapdragon 425. Honestly, one of the most forgotten phones in my collection. I forget I have this thing. I'm surprised it's not in the e-waste bucket. But it works. Nothing special. It's scratched up. Battery doesn't work, but it does work. Iley A63. It's seen better days, but it does work. It's on Android 13 Go edition. The famous UMX that gave malware, the settings malware. This works. It's mint. I don't put this on any networks because of that. My autofocus is so bad. What the hell, Google? But it does work. Nothing special. ZTE ZMAX Pro. I had to main this for a couple of weeks too. This works. It's on Android 6. It's practically AOSP. This autofocus. It's on Android 6 AOSP. Just ZTE skin. It works. It's fine. It's barely usable in 2025, but it's usable. iPhone 11, FMI off. It's locked to my account, actually. I know the password. I just have to fix the LCD on this. It has a hole in it. It's an 11. It's old. It's broken. It looks horrible on the inside. It has a bit of rust. Does work, but no Face ID. This 11 just isn't really worth it to fix. It's old. It's laggy. It's out of support. What I'll do is, once it hits, like, end of life on iOS updates, I'll just fix it up and sell it for, like, $80. Get some quick money. J2 Metro PCS variant. I mained this for a day for fun. It's usable, honestly. Like, I'm not even lying. For social media, it's fine. For texting, it's fine. This phone is still mainable. iPod Touch 4, 64 gig. Nothing special about this. It works. Has 2 cracks, but it works. LG K3. One of my favorite phones. It's adorable. It does work. It's mint. A21. Yes, this LCD works. Somehow. I've tried breaking the LCD to get an excuse to fix it with these two. I've tried breaking the LCD. It prevails. Other than that, the phone's in great condition. This autofocus, bro. Oh my gosh. But it works. It's still usable. P35's kind of ass, but it's fine. iPhone 12 Pro and its accompanying battery case. This 12 I mained about a year ago, and the battery on it has gotten so bad it would not turn on without a charger, and it got to the point without this case the phone just would not work. It'd be completely dead. I'd plug it in, it'd say 95%, unplug it, and it'd die immediately. I recently did fix the battery to recover the data off it, and now it's a decently usable device. I just don't use an iPhone anymore. Zenfone 2e does work. Intel Atom, nothing special. Galaxy Stratosphere 2. Yes, the OLED works. Yes, I don't know how it works. Yes, the touch works. Other than that, it's fully working. Android 4.4.2. Or 4.2. I don't remember what it is. LG something. This does work. American Network Solutions UL50. This is one of the worst phones I own, right? This is a 2018 phone with a Snapdragon 210, Android 7, 1 gig of RAM, and 8 gigs of storage. This is garbage. Like, it is the worst phone in my collection. Like, you could say, oh, this is the worst because it's a button phone. But this is built to last. This has quality. This is just cheap shit. Speaking of that, here's the button phone. You can tell it's trying to copy the iPhone 2G, but it works. Nothing special about it. LG Stylo 5. This is one of 3 I have. I think this one works. I don't remember if it does, but I think it does. TikTok Shop free sample phone. They let me get this. I'm happy. Oh, this focus is so bad. I cannot wait to get a Pixel 9 or 10 with a functional camera. But this phone is garbage. 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage. Unisoc SC9832E. And it runs Android 13. And this camera's fake, by the way. And it runs Android 13. It is so laggy. But it works. G Power 2021. This is one of the oldest phones in my collection. Not like age, but this has been in my collection for over a year now. This does work. It's on Android 10, Snapdragon 662. It's old, but it works. Moto E4? I don't remember. This one's literally mint. It works. Moto G4. I've had this in my collection for a long time. This is ROMs to Android 9. It works. Let's see, does that have charge? Yeah, that's what I thought. I haven't charged this in months, but it works. Nothing special. J7 Sky Pro, I think it is. Gifted from Sam Computer Science teacher. Wow, it still has charge, actually. It works. It's literally mint, and it's on Android 6. T-Mobile Revel 6X 5G, I think it is. Definitely a pretty bad phone, but the OS it comes with is literally AOSP. It has, like, a T-Mobile app and a T-Mobile stock wallpaper. But other than that, it is literally AOSP, and it runs great. Update, the J7 is boot looping. I think it's dead, but I remember this having boot looping issues, so. Core Prime, this works. Shattered back button's kind of spotty, but it does work. My other Moto G stylus. This one, oh my gosh, focus! Limbo reference? I parted this one out to make my mint stylus. My mint stylus had a mint screen but shattered camera. Oh my gosh, this will not focus. So I just swapped the parts around and now I have a mint one. Oh my gosh, the J7 is boot looping like crazy now. I think the battery's dead. You know, I'm gonna put it out of its misery. Where's the thing? Okay, he's freed. S4. This was gifted to me from a friend that moved away about a couple months ago. He was a really good friend. One of the oldest phones in my collection. Like, this has been in here for at least 1 to 2 years now. This has motherboard issues. I tried powering it with a flip phone battery, and I guess that messed up power management IC. It boot loops every once in a while, but it does boot, and it has some Minecraft worlds on it. Dude, this camera is so bad. Yeah, really, I apologize for the camera quality. Pixels are good, but the Tensor G1 does not have very good processing. Another random LG thing. It works. Stylo 6. This, I got this in 6th grade, which was years ago now. Again, super old phone in my collection. This has seen it all. This used to be mint, actually. And then I tried prying up the LCD and cracked it. So I had to salvage a parts LCD. Oh my gosh, focus. Holy shit. I had to salvage a parts LCD. This screen works, but it's in horrible condition. And, yeah. I've always wanted to fix this, but I've never had the time or money. But I have a crazy story. This stylus for it. When I got this phone, it was missing its stylus. The same day at school when I got it from a friend, I looked on the floor of my ELA teacher's classroom, and this exact phone stylus was just sitting there. So I took the stylus home with me, and when I got home, plugged it in, perfect fit. What I think happened is that in the morning before my friend gave it to me, she probably lost the stylus, and that's probably why. But that's still a crazy coincidence. iPhone 5, it's iCloud locked, but open menu, it does work. Gab phone. This took me a while to bypass the parental controls on, but I did. It has a Helio A20, so you can't do much with it, but I did bypass it, so I'm pretty proud of that. Galaxy Ace Style, I think it is. This was slammed on the ground by a douchebag at school. The LCD actually does work, but yeah, the digitizer's in horrible condition. My other S4. This one's mint, and it does work. Galaxy Centura, I forgot how you pronounce it. This works. Fun fact, this phone is a Samsung device, but it actually runs stock Android. This phone's fine. I think it has Snapdragon S2. I don't remember. iPhone 6. This is my friend's. I let her borrow it, and then when I took it back, she never removed the iCloud account. I know her, and I can get this account removed anytime, but I've just been too lazy to go ask for it. I don't care. It's an iPhone 6, dude. Moto E5 Play. It works. iPod Touch 2. Oldest iOS device in my collection. It's seen better days, but it works. A20. This is nearly mint, but has really bad ghost touch. I brought this camping with me, and in the car ride, I had it like laying in the door handle, and then when we hit a bump, right, I think this grinded with some sand in the door handle, and it cracked the screen, and now the ghost touch made it unusable. It was a pretty decent phone before that, though. iPhone 6s Plus, 16 gig. I bypassed this about a year ago when the factory activation exploit still worked. It works, but horrible battery drain because I didn't... It was my fault, user error. I didn't force airplane mode, so it's pretty much useless. But I do love how it feels and looks, though. LG K10, I think? This has a software or hardware issue. The Wi-Fi works, but it's really intermittent. Not like it just drops signal. For some reason, every now and then, the system will just turn the Wi-Fi off. Like it flips the switch. Don't know why it does it, and you have to turn it back on every time. But it works. A13 5G. I tried to get the password removed off of this, but I don't really try. I don't care anymore. It's an A13, dude. It's old, and it's on like the latest security patch, so I'm not even going to reset it to bypass it. American Network Solutions UL40. This is the worst phone in my collection. The UL50 is bad. This is the worst one. It's a UL50, but smaller battery. They use the same motherboard, but this one has a dying CPU, so it lags so bad. It takes like 10 minutes to boot up, and the screen artifacts like crazy because the GPU is also dying. And if you try and open an app, like settings too quick, the whole phone will crash and reboot. And the whole time, it makes like a computer artifacting noise, almost if like you remove the RAM while it's running. This is on its last legs. I don't know how this still boots, but it does. It's just dead. I'll make a video soon showing how shitty this thing is. It's garbage. LG G3, best 2013 phone in my opinion. 1440p screen. It works. I gotta ROM this someday, but it works. Stylo 5, it works. It's on Android 10, nothing special. LG X Venture, this one works, but this has a crazy backstory behind it. While my dad was out camping in 2023, he found this phone in the woods in a damn river. And then when he got back from the camping trip, he was like, "Oh yeah, I thought this would interest you. I found this in a river." And when he gave the phone to me, it was covered in mud. Charging port was gummed up. Right, because he literally said he found this in a riverbed while fishing. This one was submerged underwater, right? I cleaned it up, and I plugged it in, and it just worked immediately. Turned on, no password. And in their recent photos, you can see a picture of their new iPhone X. But yeah, this phone was dumped in a river, possibly for days, weeks, or months. And it just works again. This is on Android 8, I think. But yeah, it works fully. This had a screen protector on it that made the glass look like it had no oleophobic coating. And I thought the screen was just fucked. Until one day I tried peeling it with a dental pick and it just worked. Yeah, this has a crazy backstory behind it. This phone's old, too. Oh my gosh. Focus! Holy shit, this camera's ass. But, yeah. J4. This is... Focus! Holy shit! This is... like The iPhone 4S for my grandpa was the first phone in my collection. This is my third. One of my oldest phones. Still works, actually. I've reset it a couple times because I've tried ROMing it and failed. This used to be mint, but the back fell off when my friend was borrowing it, and he tried putting it back on with super glue. That didn't work. And then I randomly got bored and just drilled out the camera. But it works. It should probably have charge, honestly, because this thing lasts forever on battery. Nope. But this is notorious because it has 1 gig of RAM. It has a Snapdragon 450, so half decent CPU. But yeah, if it just had 2 gigs of RAM, it'd be such a better device. SE first gen, it works. Heavily jailbroken, but it works. Nothing special. My other silver big battery moto thing, this one's scratched up, but it works. This is the parts bin, not the e-waste bin, but these are phones I said would probably be worth it to fix. Next up, Pixel 2, literally mint. Just cooked OLED. It does work and makes the charging noise. iPhone XS, FMI off, needs a battery. A13, this phone was microwaved. I don't know why it is in my to fix, but see on the camera lens, you can see the burn marks. This phone was microwaved, and it does not work anymore. Kia 3.1 Plus. You may ask, why is this garbage phone in here? I got this in 6th grade, and it has a lot of valuable data and photos on it. Needs new charging port, housing, and screen. I'll fix this someday, because I want the data. S6 Edge needs new back, and it might need a new screen. I'm not sure, though. Screen looks fine, but it might need a new screen. I don't know. This is my S8. Again, one of the oldest phones in my collection. I had this for a while now. This phone was mint, but I bought it for $30 because the OLED had a black dot in the corner, and I was using it, and just randomly, whole OLED went green. Tried fixing it, tried the knife method. If you don't know what that is, you literally stab the OLED, and it might fix. Tried everything. Did not work. I just got mad and tore the screen off. But phone does work. Now on to my good phones in my collection. First off, Pixel 4 XL. I got this for 80 cents off eBay because it had no back cover and it had the question mark battery. I got it on Android 11, FRP bypassed it, spent $80 on an iFixit battery and back cover, and it's literally mint, other from a hairline crack right here, and the oleophobic coating's gone. But it does work, and it's ROMmed to Android 16 right now. Evan, this is mint, like not a single scratch. This literally lives on a 3D printed phone stand and does not move. It's also clear modded. iPhone 12, fully mint, it's on iOS 26. S21 FE, fully mint, One UI 7. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about my phones, but that's it. But I do have about 18 or so laptops, so if you want me to do that, just say the word. But yeah, that's it. Looks, it's a lot added together. My charger is literally tangled under all of this, but yeah, it's a lot of phones.